Welcome to the Craze in 10 or less. This is the show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under, and if I don't, it happens. Anyway, how many times have you missed your shot and you live to regret it? That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. Okay, so story time. So why this topic? I'll tell you why. I was reflecting on all those missed opportunities in life, right? And some from the most simplest things to big things. And then I started thinking about my mindset today, right? So I hear a lot, guys will tell me, Sam, when he makes up his mind, there's no stopping him. He doesn't care whose opinion, he just goes for it. Well, that wasn't always the case. That wasn't always the case. I was always gun shy. I was always apprehensive. I always had a lot of head junk, and which prevented me from moving forward. And I'll give you one story specifically. This is a love story. Anyway, I was a security guard working at JFK Airport for Lansdale Protective Agency. I believe that is what it was. Anyway, it was at Lufthansa Airlines, right? So I'm at the gates, and that's the time when the gates were at the curb. So you couldn't even get into the terminal. You had to have your boarding passes, your flight passes in order to get into the terminal. So you had to go through me. I was that guy. So it's outside. It's street level, right? All the cars pulling up. Boom, 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 boom. Well, the airport buses that pick you up from the parking garage and take you to terminal. Well, there was this maiden, beautiful girl that she worked on. So it was the driver and there was her. She was there to assist people on and off. And she caught my eye, right? And I'd see her go by every day. And then probably about like the 12th day, I decided to wave. Didn't think anything of it. I waved. She waved back. And I was like, no, can't be. She waved at me. Oh, no. But then I'm like, I can't leave my post. How can I talk to this girl? Going around and around and around every day. And every day, then I started putting signs, what's your name? And she's like, we couldn't communicate. And then, I said, hey, why don't you come off the bus? And she goes, why don't you get on the bus? And you can see the hand signals, right? This is crazy, right? Mind you, I'm about 17 years old. And so this is going on for a couple of weeks now. And I can't stop thinking about this damsel, right? So I'm telling this to my friend Raymond. And so Raymond says, you know what? I'm going to head up there with my girlfriend. And we're going to get on that bus. And we're going to talk to her. And we're going to get her name and information and try to get you guys connected. So, of course, the day they chose to come, she's not on the bus. I don't know her schedule. So they rode, props to my boy Raymond. Poser, if you're out there, bro. I mean, they rode on there for like 4 hours. They kept going on bus to bus to bus trying to find this girl and nothing. So they say, sorry, bro. We tried, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's all right, man. I really appreciate the fact that you came. They leave. There she goes, shows up on the bus. After they leave, right? Right? You can't make it up. So anyway, I'm like, I'm never going to meet this girl. Who is she? Right? And so then I'm standing at my post. And a car pulls up. And it looks like it's her shift manager with her in the car. And they pull up and they stop. And she points to me. And I freeze. I didn't know. This is where the head junk came in. I was like, am I in trouble? Is that her boss? Is she pointing me out? Am I going to get a write-up because I'm a stalker? What is it? So I didn't know. So I didn't go over. Well, number one, I can't leave my post. And I just pretend I didn't see her. And I turned my head. And they drove off. So now, I'm happily married. I've been married for going to be, I don't know, a few decades. I lost count. Don't hate me for it. But that was just an example of when the moment presented itself, I froze. I didn't shoot my shot. And how did that apply to everything else? Well, that was one of a few or many times when I was younger where there were opportunities, whether jobs, people, I just froze. I walked away. I pretended it didn't happen. And so there was a shift in my mindset. And I can't remember the trigger, but I remember I had enough. I had enough of not knowing what could have been, not knowing if I had taken the opportunity, would my trajectory have changed? And so from that point on, I made a conscious decision that no matter how fearful I am, no matter how apprehensive, no matter the odds, I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to live with it. And I'm going to take the shot. Even if I miss the shot, I'm going to take the shot. And that's why, like cats today, they'll say, when Sam makes his mind up, he just goes. He doesn't care about anybody else. Well, whatever. The caring part's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that I can't sit around and debate what if. Should we do this? Can we do this? If my gut tells me, if you did this, your success percentage goes up this much, or the likelihood of it being successful goes up by 10%, that 10% is okay for me. It's enough for me to say, all right, well, you know what? That's a 10% improvement over where I am right now. So what do I got to lose? Let's just do it. So the reason why I share this with you is because it's never going to be pretty. It's never going to be the way you want it. It's never going to be perfect. But when that moment comes, and if you feel uncomfortable, that's life testing you, asking you, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Take your shot. What do you have to lose? Take the shot. I'd rather take the shot and miss than not take the shot and look myself in the mirror and live with it for the rest of my life. So you can apply that to many other things in life. I just want to share that story with you as I'm getting ready to go to the expo. And I wanted to leave you, because we don't have any episodes this week, so I want to leave you with something so that you have at least something from Catch the Craze. I appreciate every one of you. I hope this helps. If you like this topic, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you have anything you want to contribute to this, put it in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like, share it with a friend. Going to Licensing Expo. Wish me luck, man. Again, this is that shot where it's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. Right, and I'm going out there. I'm flying this ship solo, and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate every one of you. And if you haven't done so already, please sign up to the launch of There's an Alien in My Toilet Part 2. I know it's a great story. It's a funny story. If you have kids, if you know people with kids, nephews, nieces, give it as a gift. Even if it's not your cup of tea, I wish you would support it. Thank you so much. And don't forget, Wonderduck is still going. It's got another week. It ends next week. The Inventions of Wonderduck ends next Wednesday. So go ahead and subscribe. And thank you all for coming through for George with his first campaign. Fire, fire, fire. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Rivera. This is the Crazy Channel Less. You have a blessed day. Peace.